Believe it or not, the last time I saw him, he was on Question Time. He was on... You were on Question Time, weren't you, Will?
Oh, yes, I was. Yes.
But he was a bit sharper when he was on Question Time. Well, the questions are going to be harder tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Right Honourable Will Young, MP. It's a comfier couch as well.
Is it a comfier...
Hey, you look great. I bet if you took the jacket off, though, you'd look a bit like a mime artist, wouldn't you? Like a puppeteer.
I always dress up for you.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Even when you're not coming round to see me? Just at home, sitting waiting with a bottle of red wine. When's he going to call?
I come in.
Before we talk, I need to just double-check. I need to confirm, because Will's been kind enough to come on the radio show. I do on Radio 2, and last time we were just chatting, we were chit-chatting, and we started talking about your parents.
We did, yeah, it sort of became the...
It became
Mr.
a big
and Mrs.
focus.
Young show.
And you know what? Because I think you strike me as being just such an impeccably well-brought-up young man, and I was raising that. And then the next thing we know, we're talking about your parents doing nude gardening. They garden... Will's parents garden in the nude, and I just wanted to check out that they were OK with us mentioning their nude gardening.
I did feel bad, but no, they're fine. Yeah, okay. It's winter, so obviously there's a rain check on the gardening.
So they don't do the nude gardening in the winter? No. If we wanted to catch them naked, what time of year does it begin? When should we start driving by?
No, I felt a bit bad actually, because I adore my parents, but I felt
so lovely.
They really did become the show, didn't they?
They did.
You wanted them to ring in. No, you wanted to do a question time with Will Young's parents. Good parenting. Good parenting
with Will Young's parents. But I'm still intrigued by this, because I would have thought gardening naked would be fraught with peril, though. You don't want to be wandering around with shears and a trucker and stuff like that, with things flopping around, do you?
No, he was clearing the pond. And I cannot say this I can't say it. I feel bad.
You don't want to say it?
No, I feel bad because I love them, but maybe other people think that's really odd.
Well, I don't think there's anything odd about it. I'm a bit jealous, to be honest with you.
Why are you jealous?
Well, it just sounded such a lovely pastoral scene. People out there, I'm assuming there was a hat and some sunblock involved, but apart from that, naked. Right? Well, we might make a big deal, but I just wanted to check they're OK.
They're very, very well, yes. Okay. And my sister's just had a new baby, so we're all very happy.
Well, that's lovely. Well, congratulations. So it's Uncle Will.
Uncle Will, again, for the third time, yeah.
Are you a good uncle? Do you remember all their birthdays?
I think so. I remember when my nephew came to see me... at Wembley, and he kept on calling me a girl because I had makeup on. Oh, right. That kind of took me back to when I was called a girl by my brother and sister. It's obviously a recurring theme.
Do you feel broody at all, though? Would you like to have a family yourself, like to have kids yourself?
I did. Actually, I did have a patch when I thought, oh, maybe...
You can't get babies from a patch. That's the smoking. That stops the smoking.
No, I tried that. I tried a patch to stop smoking, and my whole arm went bright red.
Did it really?
Yeah. So I went back to smoking. Smoke with a patch. Amazing.
Yeah. double dosage.
Double dose.
We don't endorse smoking, of course. So
no, absolutely
presumably
not.
For a singer like you, it's not a good thing,
It's terrible. Don't do it. It's very bad.
So will you give up?
No. Yes, I am going to give up. But because I've turned 30, so I sort of feel like, you know, maybe I should now.
You look great for 30. You also look very relaxed. You've been away? Have you been working, or have you been holidaying? Where have you been?
Well, yeah, I've been in Mexico. I was in Mexico a while ago, yeah, for 2 weeks.
And that was work or holiday?
That was holiday, yeah.
How lovely. And Mexico, what part of Mexico?
Well, it was a villa just outside Cancun, but it was beautiful. It was just me and my brother and a couple of friends.
And presumably when you're out there, obviously you're very, very well known here in the UK. If you were to go somewhere here in the UK, if you were to go to, like, Centre Park or someone, everyone would know who you were. but presumably if you're in a villa outside of Cancun, then they don't know who you are. Would I be right? Can you relax?
I can relax, yeah. It was great. It was great fun. I mean, we decided on the sort of second day, we were there for 2 weeks, and I thought I'd have a massage. So, you know, when you put your face through the sort of...
Yeah, I don't enjoy that.
I don't like that.
You lie down and there's a little hole you put your face through.
Yeah. Like that, yeah, I don't like it. Anyway, so I was there like that, and the woman goes, you know, sort of, take your pants off, pants with a towel, and then she goes, and I'm down like this, and she goes, how long since the operation? And my face was like... What?
What was she referring
I don't know. So then I'm really unrelaxed because I'm thinking, does she think I'm a post-op transsexual? I mean, I don't know. You know, I've got a little bit of a bald patch. Does she think I've had hair plugs?
What would it be, do you
A
think?
few spots on my back.
Well, I'm sure when you got up, you sorted this out. You must have asked her what it was.
Well, no, then I said, oh, what? Sorry. And she goes, how long since the operation? And this time I'm really unrelaxed. I'm like,
You're tense.
what operation? And then she goes, nothing. And so for the whole massage, I'm like, oh, operation, what? I know I have a high voice, but I mean, what does she think?
You didn't enjoy that massage at all, did you?
I hated it.
Yeah. Did you tip her?
No, I didn't tip her. She thought I was a post-op transsexual. I'm not going to tip her.
She might have
Not
been...
that there's anything wrong with that. It's very hard being on this show. I feel like I'm offending everyone.
How do you think it is for me?
I know.
Will. We got the brakes on.
Bring it back.
I think maybe the masseuse was... Maybe she was in the employ of Gareth Gates. Maybe he was still getting back at you after all these years. OK, so presumably...
Thing in her ear. Now ask how the operation went. Look at the small penis. We can't say that, can we? No.
Well, you can, but why you'd want to boast about it? It's a strange place to bring that out on the table, so to speak, but feel free to share.
No, it's all right. That was just for comedy value. It's...
Fine. OK. Hey, Will Young, I've been playing some tracks from your new album on my radio show,
oh, yes.
but it was been a while since there were... How long between the last album and this one? It was quite a gap, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 2 years.
Why,
yeah.
no, why was that? Why did you wait so long? Because that's an unusual... Normally it's a year. Boom, you do a year, don't you?
Yeah, but then it becomes a bit like a factory line, and I think that... Well, I did a play, which lasted 4 months. So I did an Noel Coward play in Manchester, which was... I really enjoyed and learnt a lot. Kind of terrifying.
That was The Vortex. It's not a musical, is it?
No,
it's an actual play, a proper play.
It was Noel Coward's first play that made him a big hit. But it's quite funny because we were in the round, and you know, sometimes people, they just get up and leave. Like, we had one woman, and it was the end scene, and I'm crying, like, "Why, you're a bad mother." And this woman just gets up and taps me on the shoulder and goes, "I really like it, but I've got to get my bus. It's the last bus."
That's a little bit in the middle of a dramatic scene.
Yeah, it's the beginning, and then people sort of comment.
I mean, it was nice she was being polite. She wanted to be polite.
It was, yeah. But what could I sort of do? Thank you very much. And then carry on.
Did the rest of the audience then think, you know what, maybe I should go now?
or like, you just get comments from people, you know.
Like what?
Well, like, I remember I had to do a scene at a piano, and, you know, it's getting to the end, and I'm very kind of conceited and troubled, and I start to cry, and I just heard someone go, "God, he really wasn't very good in that scene, was he?" Yeah. It's just quite funny, you know, because you're so close to the audience. Is that
because they're so close? I guess they feel there's less of a barrier between performer and audience, and so
and I guess they feel like they're involved in it in
But that must
way.
be, I would have thought, one of the hardest things. Obviously, acting, I'm sure, is difficult in and of itself, but doing it in front of a live audience and trying to zone out and not be aware of their reaction and not feeding off that or letting that affect you, that must be one of the toughest things.
It is really tough, but then I think at the same time, that's the best. I mean, I talk like I'm a seasoned professional, but, you know, what I loved about doing the play was that you really thrive off the audience, and it's so immediate, and literally some nights they absolutely love you and you can't, you know, you just can't do anything wrong, and other nights you walk on and you just think, you just know they're going to hate you, and then you can't work out whether they hate you or that they hate your character, you know. And
there's a lot going on in your head, young man, and so you're worrying about that, you're thinking about that while you're on stage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I'm very messed up.
Yeah. But you seem, on the outside, you seem very confident. You seem very calm, very confident. When you meet other famous people, are you still a little bit more of them, or do you now feel like, well, this is a club, I'm part of this club?
No, I'm awful. I remember singing at the BAFTAs in Los Angeles, and Julia Roberts was there, and we were in the same dressing room. And, you know, so I'm sitting there having my makeup done. Julia Roberts is over there, and I'm thinking, oh, you know, she's so beautiful. And then I've got the theme tune to Pretty Woman just going dum 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 in my head. And so this is going on, and I'm thinking, oh God, please don't do that. And then she turns around and goes, hi. And I'm like, oh my God, hi. She goes, you're the guy that won American Idol. And I go, well, no, not American Idol, Pop Idol in the UK. And then that's fine, you know, but I can't leave it. And I go, wouldn't it be funny if it was called Pup Idol and everyone brought their puppies? Why am I saying this? And then she literally just goes, get me away. And she's like sidling away. I'm wanting to kill myself.
Well, it was in your head. It was either that or sing Pretty Woman.
It's really bad. And I mean, I remember, like, you know, I remember meeting Dawn French, like, straight after winning Pop Idol. And I loved French and Saunders. And our family, you know, we just obsess about them. And I was like, hi, Dawn. And she was like, hi, well, you did great on Pop Idol. And I went, oh, thank you so much. I said, my whole family love you. You know, I base my humour on you, which is probably why no one laughs at me. And she just... And as soon as it comes out, I'm like, oh, no, I didn't mean that.
That's a weird thing to say. What did you mean, then?
I don't know what I meant. I just... So I kind of stopped... I've kind of got an embargo on myself.
Well, you just
now.
need to calm down when you see someone. Maybe you should have a list of questions ready when you meet people and just say, you know, who would you most like to meet? Who's the most famous person or a big celebrity that you... Is there, apart from Robert Smith, and you've met Mickey Rourke this evening now, and obviously Jason doesn't really count yet, but when, you know...
No, we had a really good... We were having a really good chat. Who else? Oh, well, Stevie Wonder. I mean, I'd love to meet Stevie Wonder.
Well, Stevie Wonder's been on the show as well. He was a lovely man. If you were to meet Stevie, what do you think you would say to him? Say, I was Stevie sitting here.
I'd definitely mention something about sight, which I know I shouldn't. That's why... You know, even I go to gigs and people go, would you like to come back and meet them? And now I'm like, oh, no way. No way.
I've been called out like that before. Let's have a... You know, I'm excited because we're going to have a little peep at Will Young's new video. And before we see it, tell everyone what you play or how you are seen in this video.
Well, I'm someone that's been thrown out of a party dressed as a superhero, but then you're kind of, maybe I am a superhero. And I'm not really a very likeable character, but actually I'm pretty vulnerable and, yeah.
What's the name of the song again?
Let It Go.
Let It Go.
Yeah.
This is out 2nd of March. Have a look at this. I think you'd enjoy it.
I'm running low on energy. The world keeps bugging me. And I keep thinking, baby, are we gonna stay together? Can I really make a vow I'm never gonna keep? See, that's what's bothering me. Let it go, let it go, let it go. 'Cause it's out of my control. Let it go, let it go.
That's the name of the album as well. The album's out already, though, isn't it?
It's a pack pledge.
It's a good album. Hey, Will, great to see you here. I love spending time with your company. He's a lovely
Me
guy.
too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Will Young.
Thank you
Will.
very much.
Good luck with it. Will Young, ladies and gentlemen.